Hello. You're back. Hello, hello. Let's stretch. I'm going to wait about 30 seconds, see if anybody else joins in. Hi, Amelia. What do you want to work on today? Is there anything in particular?
Splits, maybe? I guess we do all of them.
It seems to be like the theme of the week. You've got a couch there, so that's perfect. Because you have your flat splits, you're working on over splits, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we'll use that couch. That's perfect. Let's see who else.
Hi.
Who's this? Hey, Lily. Hello, hello. I'm gonna get a box in lieu of said couch. All right. Hello, people of Stretch Class.
Hi.
Morning.
Good.
Good, still good. We had a good Pilates workout. And we're about to do some stretching. So let's do a little bit of a warm-up. I'm going to mute you guys, unfortunately. It's going to be so lonely. Mute all. Okay. Here we go. That way our people watching this later only have one sound recorded and not a million. Okay, let's do a little bit of a stretch warm-up. It needs to come down. And then we will get into a bigger one. All right. Let's sit up nice and tall. And as we rotate the foot, let's lift. Rotate out to the side. Come back to center. And lift nice and high. Out to the side. Back to center. And really grow tall. Let's try and do this with the arms up in the air. To really encourage us to sit up tall and not lean back. Other side, lift. Into the head. And good. Take a second here to do a few breaths from a butterfly stretch. Sitting up nice and tall. Hi, Sarah. And pushing into the thighs with the elbows. We're going to bring low. And rise back up. Pulling down, pushing with the elbows. Tuck your elbows onto your thighs, your upper thighs. And pushing down. Rise up. And moving down. Breathe out. And moving down. Let's get more active so that we warm up. Let's do some slight. And down, but using your breath to watch it bouncing and moving through. Let's start circling through here. Now you go into butterfly stretches. Thanks. You're not pushing. You're not going into too much of the dance. You're just getting that motion in the hips. Let's open up into a little bit of a straddle on the face sideways. We're going to switch going sideways and up and over. Sideways. Good. Sideways, up and over. Reaching the opposite arm to the left. Take that a little bit faster. Let's do like a cardio split warm up here. Trying to get the blood moving, make sure hips are warming up. Stretching. Breathe. Let's take that even faster. A little bit faster. move forward. Use your abs to control all this. Good. Excellent. Let's come up to standing. The downward dog. And arch forward. I will move my chin. Perfect. All right. Forward, forward. Walking the heels. Keeping it a little bit more. Arches. And lead. Just left the back a little bit. Doesn't look super heavy. Don't go any further first. Your back wants to go. We're not pushing into a stretch. We're just warming up, moving through the positions. And we're about to kick something, so I'm going to face this way. I'm going to kick this today. All right, we can take one leg up. And we're going to be in, lean forward, but that's it. You're not going onto that leg. So as if you were going to put your foot down, you tilt forward into that, but we're not going to put our foot down. Good. Forward and nice and wide. Forward, supporting legs straight. 3, 2, 1. Place it at back. Side. Up. Three, 2, 1. Switch legs. And let's turn around and place it down. Then do your hands. Okay, keep that those toes tucked under at the back. We're going to use that for a little bit of a bigger stretch on the back leg. So really try and get that back leg straight. And lean forward. If leaning forward isn't going to be any stretch at all, you can open up the supporting knee to create a little bit more room to be on the leg. So this leg is really forward. Really push that back leg straight. Again, as for all stretches, if anything feels too difficult, you can always modify putting the knee down, for something a little bit easier. We're going to see more, keep it active. Engage, place it back. And the other side. Keep that back tucked under. Leg up a little bit. And use your breath. Nice big breaths. Pulling forward. Good. Engage. And please pull through. This time we're going to kick up. And place the foot on the outside of that front leg. And the back knee. Bring it down. And lift your chest up. Good. Really put some weight into your hips to get a stretch out of this one. If you want a bigger challenge, you can bring your back leg up. down. 2 elbows on the floor if you can. If not, you can do it on hands. Let's try and do this. And then tuck the toes under the back and stretch that back knee for an even bigger stretch. Good, stay there, use your breath. Hands on the floor. Coming back to hands on the floor. Other side, leg kicks up and comes to face inside the left hand. Good. Knee on the floor, feet on the floor. Sit up nice and tall. Your foot can be very slightly turned out. You have to be completely parallel. So you're not dropping on the outside. Back foot. Still sitting up nice and tall. Good. Keep up. And back opens down. Elbows on the floor. Here, if not, stay hands on the floor. Tuck the back toes under, and let's stretch that back knee for a bigger stretch. Good. Hands on the floor. Let's bring that back to downward dog. And this time we're going to take our foot and place it between the 2 hands in front of us. Good. Flex the front foot. And let's work on bending the back leg back and forth. Just move through that. A really big flex foot in front. Use your breath. You can relax your head, relax your chin, let your head hang. Let's do a few more. 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's go into a forward lunge. It's going to be a small one. Bring your upper body up, arms up in the air. And we're going to sink down into it. Check that your knee is always coming up over your ankles. If you need to slide your foot forward just a little bit. That's good. Keep your back toes tucked under. May give you a bigger stretch. Good. Let's do 5 more here. Use your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay down. Drop your back knee. And slide into a split. If you don't have your splits, just do your best for wherever height, whichever height you're at. Good. We'll get to over splits for those of you guys who are working on bigger splits, but for now, we'll work right here. Just to start stretching a little bit. 2 hands up in the air. If you are down in a full split, we get you guys to bend forward without touching the floor. Come back up. Yeah. If you guys are still trying to get into a split, try and lift up out of it and hold. for 3 seconds. And then stretch for 3 seconds. So you got some different things to work on. If you're in a split, let's do 5 more. These bending forward and lifting up. Good. Excellent. And if you're working higher up, you've got your lift for 3 seconds and stretch for 3 seconds. Good. I'll catch up with these guys. Good. 2 hands on one side, on the inside of the knee. Tuck your back toes under and swing the leg back into downward dog. Good. Other side, bring the foot forward in between your hands. And let's walk the back foot in if you need a little bit for a calf and hamstring stretch. Really flexing the front foot, going back and forth into that bend position. Good, flex the front foot, relax your chin, let your head hang. Bend the front knee, make your way up. Walk your front foot out or your back foot out a little bit to make sure that your knee is over top of your ankle, right here in this axis. When you do a lunge, arms up, back toes are tucked under. Let's start working through our lunges. Good. Try to move evenly on the way up and on the way down. There's no direction that should be faster than the other. Even movement. Good, you guys. Let's do 5 more here. Balanced. Use your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on the floor. And back knee down. Slide into a split or slide into your best version here. Good. You guys know your exercises depending on where you're at. Reach forward and up if you're in a full split. If you're in an almost half split, you're going to pull yourself up. Try and stay there for 3 seconds and stretch, relax down. Let's do 5 of each, whatever level you're working at. So catch up with these guys here. Good, I think everybody is done already. Excellent. 2 hands on the inside of the knee. Tuck your back toes under. And back into downward dog. Good. Come down to child's pose for a second. Give your back a stretch. And we'll start working on some over splits. Now, it's totally fine to work on the over splits if you don't have your splits yet, because we're going to be stretching half a split. Yeah, so some of you guys have been working on this with me. We're going to take our couch or chair or riser or whatever you've got to give you a little bit of a boost on one side. Yeah, that's perfect. A foam roller works great. And we're going to work today with the back leg extension because a lot of the time we stretch your over splits with the front leg. And that's great too. We've been doing a lot of stretching the hamstrings into our pikes. So today we're going to turn the other way and stretch behind us. So what that's going to look like is half a split, or one leg is up on a riser and the other one is bent in front of you. Make sure this is comfortable. Your hips are attempting to face forward. Of course, it won't be like completely perfectly square, but if you're working a little bit higher, you'll just feel like you're floating up above. And to push your hips down, try sitting up and back into it. So if you're up higher, sit up and back, and that'll give you a nice stretch for the back leg. If you're already in an oversplit and you're already sitting super comfy here, you can try a higher platform, so you can move up to somewhere higher on your couch and really work on keeping that back leg straight. If you're still super high, what you can do is move closer to the couch. That just means that now you're getting that stretch from somewhere higher on the calf or somewhere along the knee, and sit up into that. If you're really, really struggling with the hips here, you can modify this by doing a lunge with the front leg. Just make sure that the knee is on top of the ankle, and you can stretch here. It'll just give you a bigger, comfier stretch than on the floor. And you don't have to tuck your foot under this time. You can have a nice relaxed back leg as long as you support your straight back knee. I'm gonna go all the way down to the floor here and catch up with you guys. Good. Let's do a little exercise here. For those of us who are on the floor, let's lift and lower. This is a tiny little lift, engaging the front leg. Good, keeping your back knee straight. Lift and lower. Good. Let's try facing forward if you don't have to look at the camera. 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's try and stretch that front leg into a split. If you put 2 hands on one side, you can just kind of kick your leg out in front of you. Good. Nice and slow into that split. You want to keep your hips more or less facing forward as best as you can. Make sure that front leg is actually in front of you. Good. And even if you're working higher up, you can be in a split up here. You might need some risers to be comfortable. If you have some yoga blocks, this is a good place, or a little stool to put it by your hands to lean on. But you can work on an oversplit stretch, even if you don't have your splits. Try not to bounce, but rather we're gonna hold and squeeze the legs into the ground. You guys know all this. Let's do our PN-up stretches. Pushing into the floor to rise up out of that stretch and lower down. And again, pushing into the floor to lift up and tire your legs out. Get those muscles shaking from holding you up. And sit down into the stretch. And hop off sideways or however you can to double the legs. Shake the hips out. And we'll do the other side. Good. So for those of you who are new, PNF or proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation stretching is when you want to push away from the floor, squeeze, get that shaking in your legs because they're struggling to hold you up. When they're really tired, you want to lower down and relax into the split. It's going to be a much bigger stretch and like relax level than if you were just sitting there trying to will your legs to be bendy and stretchy and relax. Okay, let's do the other side. Back foot on the riser. Front leg either tucked in on the floor in front of you or in a lunge if you're working a little bit higher up. And really push that back knee straight. Find a good angle for stretching. Let's take our arms up in the air. Let's do a few little sit-ups. They're not bounces, they're lifts. Yeah? Lifting up and lowering down, not bouncing down. That's not the point. The point is to get tired by lifting up. So let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Swing that leg up into a split. Good. If this is easy, find a higher back riser. Amelia's like, where do I go now? Gonna need a table. Think she's found something. Good. And pushing up out of that stretch, squeeze your legs together to push onto the floor and relax. One more time, squeeze and lift and relax down. Keep that going at your own pace, squeezing and lifting and relaxing down, not bouncing. Squeeze and lift. And sit down. Okay, a couple more. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gather your legs by sitting sideways. That really helps. Move nice and slow out of the split. And breathe some life back into your hips. Since we just stretched our back extension, let's go over to our hands in this position. You guys are used to doing this one with me. Make sure you're not going to kick anything behind you. We're going to reach up as high as we can with our back leg to stretch that back leg in our oversplit, but also to be able to have that muscle control to either kick into it when we're doing a split leap or lift your leg up nice and high. Just have more control over it. So we're going to work on all fours. You can put your hands down flat. If you've got a sore wrist, you can keep your fists on the floor. And we're going to kick that back leg from here nice and high. Yeah. Actually, kick is the wrong word to use because I want you guys to lift. So, yeah. We're going to do 10 lifts and taps. You guys have been working on this with me. We're going to lift as high as we can for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to lift and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay there. We're going to lift even higher, little bounces higher for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it even higher for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lifting kicks, 10, 9. This time you can kick 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Find your position, leg behind you. Here we go for lifts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift higher. 10, bounce. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold higher. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Down. Kick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and down.
Good. Let's take a little bit of a downward or child's pose stretch right here. And let's finish up by rolling onto our backs. And stretching our front leg. Yes, we're gonna go through the knee, up and out, and down. Alternate through the knee, out, down. Doesn't have to be parallel or turned out, just whatever's comfortable. In the middle of everything, just try and go through the knee and open up out as far as you can in front of you. You can help it with your hands as well. Add like a gentle pull as you're coming up. And if you can't reach your leg yet, if it's up here, then just work either by lifting to reach or just expanding without a reach. Good, stop at the knee. And let's grab one foot. We're gonna interlace your fingers behind it. So if you're up here, you might need to sit up a little bit to reach for your foot. Good. Now we're gonna go for a ride. Basically the upper body is gonna be attached to the foot and it's gonna be nice and lazy and the foot is gonna pull us up and lower us back down. So you're not using your abs, you're not going high, you're just going as high as your leg can lift you with absolutely no effort from the upper body. And every time you come back down, you're going to stretch a little bit further by pulling your leg in. Good. Release. Go to like a nice, straight, comfortable position. And let's try it again. Let's do it nice and slow one more time all together. And then you can go on your own. Your leg pulls you up. You're lazy. You're just coming along for the ride. The leg is the only part of your body that's putting effort in. And maybe that finger staying interlaced. Lower down. And pull your leg in. This time your arms are the only part that's working. Your leg's only job is to stay nice and straight. Good. Recover. And let's do that one more time, but with a flexed foot. Okay? You guys can follow your own timing. Let's pull yourself up. And when you're tired, you can bring the leg in and pull with your arms, nice and straight. You can repeat. Let's do 3 or 4 more times, depending on how fast you're working. Try not to rush. And lower down, pull it in. The last one is going to be with a pointed foot. Same exercise, let it bring you up. Relax down and pull the leg in. Good, bend the knee. You can wiggle it around for your hip and bring the leg back down. Other side, bending the knee. Extending. Interlace the fingers behind the calf or the knee or wherever you can reach. Pointed foot. Let's have your leg pull you up. Nice and lazy with the upper body. You're not putting any effort in. Good, Sarah. That's it. Let the leg do the work and then relax and pull the leg in. Ooh, Amelia, one side is bendier than the other, eh? And again, pointed foot. Nice, lazy. And down. If you've got one side that's bendier than the other, try and do this a few more times on the other side after class, just to even it out. Over time, it'll make a difference. It'll be more balanced across both sides. At your own pace, once you've done the sheet, you can try this with a flexed foot. It'll be a bigger stretch on the way down. Bend your arms to pull your leg in. Try not to hold your breath. Remember to breathe as you're doing this exercise. And one last one with a pointed foot this time. You should feel the difference as you pull. It'll be a lot easier than with the flexed foot. Good. Ooh, that's bendy. Perfect. Bring it down. And a light for the hips. Moving around. Good. We're going to finish up today's class with a straddle stretch. And then for homework, I'll let you guys do your 2 minutes in each split again. We're going to do this one together. So find your best straddle. And for some of you guys, that must mean that we're going to climb up and over top of it. If you have your up and over top, it's time to use a riser so that you have just as much difficulty climbing up and over. And we're going to stay there all together. Good. If you need more weight into the hips, try sitting up a little bit. That'll push your weight down into the hips. Because if you're really face planting, that lifts your hips up and it makes it a lot easier. So you can adjust the depth of the stretch that you're getting by lifting your head and shoulders up higher or lower, depending on what you need. Use your breath. You can relax your head. If you need to move around, try and resist the urge of bouncing in and out of the stretch. Just think of tightening your leg muscles and rising out and then lowering down. You guys know this already. If you don't need to move, you don't have to do that. Just avoid the bouncing. For those of you guys who are on a riser on one leg, go ahead and switch sides. If not, then stay there. I'm not going to move that whole thing over because it's Velcro to the floor, so I'm going to stay on this side. But Amelia, this is a good time for you to switch. I'm just going to move to the center. We've got about 30 more seconds. Think about your day, anything special you want to accomplish today, any handstand goals you might want to work on today, anything productive that you might need to get done. And we've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And swim through or sit up. Gather your legs. Move into the hips. Shake all that out nice and slow. Good. And we'll finish off today by using the same stretch as what we did earlier to close off the Pilates session. We're going to bring one leg in front of us and then the other leg right on top. You don't have to be perfectly crossed. You don't have to be flat. Just work with what your hips are giving you right now, and we're going to fold forward, up, and over all of this. Try to take some time to lift. Inhale and dive as you exhale, up and over everything. Big breaths in and out. Engage the core, rise up out of it, lean back a little bit, cross the other side. Here we go, adjust the legs. It doesn't have to be perfect. They go where it feels good. Good, don't try and get them flat. Try and get your knees as crossed as they can be. Be kind to yourself. Reach up, big breath in, up and over, reach tall and far. And lower down. Try not to block your breath. Make sure you're breathing in and out without holding your breath through the stretch. Exhale, reach forward a little bit further. And take a moment here to be thankful that you came to class today, that you're taking some time to take care of yourself or to improve your stretch, or to improve your core balance if you came to Pilates. Remember to be patient with your bodies, be kind to them, and be thankful for everything they can already do. For the fact that you're coming to class to take care of yourself. Big breath in, big breath out. Engage the core, rolling up. Good, lean back. A little bit more life for the hips. And come say hi. I will unmute you, lovely voices. Unmute everybody. Hi, can you hear me?
Hi.
Yeah, perfect. How's everybody doing?
Okay.
Good. All right, you guys have 2 minutes in each of your front splits on both sides at whatever level you're working on. We did our side splits, so that was perfect. If you have an imbalance, Amelia, was that just me or is one leg more flexible in the front than the other?
Yeah.
Okay, take some extra time to love and care for the less bendy one. It'll just even everything out in the long run if you're bendy similarly, at least on both sides. There'll always be a little bit of a difference. But sometimes, especially if you get an injury, you'll have to switch to doing bendy things on the other side, and it's really helpful if you're used to stretching it. And sometimes your bendy side as a kid or as a teen will not be your bendy side as an adult, and it'll switch on you, and you'll be like, what's happening? It's so weird. Anyways, sending you guys lots of love. Happy Monday. Have an awesome rest of the week, and I'll see you on Wednesday morning. nice and bright for Pilates. Sounds good?
Bye. Thank you.
Awesome. Happy training, happy working, and see you soon.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.